There are lots of elements to a good sports story. You can be around it for decades, and there's still a possibility that every time you walk into an arena, a stadium, or onto a golf course, that you will see something that in some way is different from anything you have seen before.
Who can tell me where we are?
Old Town.
Yeah, and what did we come to see?
The U.S. Open. The U.S. Open. The U.S. Open.
Tiger Woods obviously arrives as the story.
This is his third surgery on the same knee. Questions remain about how he will perform.
Not the 1, 2, 3 group you might have expected.
I'm looking at a video that I shot about 13 years ago from this balcony at the 2008 U.S. Open. As you can see, looking out at the 18th green. Of course, in those days, you weren't allowed to have a phone or a camera or anything on the golf course, so I was super lucky to be out here staying at the lodge, and I could have my camera set up.
Tiger Woods, 2 consecutive birdies. You hear those footsteps? Here they come.
I wasn't planning to stay here. I had tickets for the tournament and been down here a couple other days, but I really wanted to bring my family here.
Oh, you gotta be kidding. He knows it too.
Is it too much to ask? One more eagle?
Could it stay up? He's got it. There's your leader. Second eagle on the back nine for Tiger Woods.
I'll never forget coming down the tower on Saturday. One of the first guys I saw was our producer, Tommy Roy. I just said, that was incredible. And he said, yeah, you know, the only thing that would have made it better is if it had happened on Sunday.
We came down, and basically I was looking for a place to park. I called the lodge on a whim and said, hey, is there any way that I can park at the lodge? And they said, well, only if you're staying here. And I said, well, I don't imagine there's any rooms available. And they told me that actually, since it was Sunday and all the players were checking out, they had a room available, and asked if I wanted it, and I didn't even ask how much it was. And I was shocked when we checked in to walk outside and see that I had a balcony overlooking the 18th green. It was absolutely amazing.
Tiger Woods was 13 for 13 when holding the lead after 54 holes in a major. He just never folded.
If you play well and you're in the last group on the last day, nowadays, you're probably going to be playing with Tiger Woods.
Standing on the first tee, I couldn't believe how many people were there. There must have been 5 or 6 deep down both sides.
Left to left again.
What starts he's had to his rounds this week, the worst of his career.
And after taking the outright lead for the first time on the last hole yesterday, Tiger's given it all back in his very first hole.
You had to wonder, would this maybe be the one time where he didn't perform like he always had done in the past?
I remember sitting up late at night, you know, obviously I'm 8 hours ahead of California back in the UK, and I just remember, you know, Tiger hurting, and as the tournament went on, what he was doing sort of felt superhuman in a way.
I was actually playing golf at the time, but I was following on my phone that Sunday, and when I knew he had to make 4 on 18, I looked at my brother I was playing with him, and I said, he's 100% making 4. He might make 3.
I was kind of standing right here in line. This is all built up. I was 14 or 15, kind of trying to back up on the root or base of a tree to try and get above and see above everyone.
So he has eagled a hole here at Torrey Pines to win a PGA Tour event. Can he do it in the U.S. Open? All that's left for Rocco to post 1 under. But will it be good enough?
Rocco had come in a few golfers before Tiger, and knew that Tiger had to make a birdie in order to force a playoff.
Following the shot tracker, and he hits it in the bunker, and then he hits it in the rough. And then we have kind of, you know, some questions like, man, I wonder how his lie is.
I remember watching Tiger actually somewhere in this area. He had hit his sand wedge up on the green from about 108 or 110. What people don't really talk about, in all honesty, was how hard that shot he hit was.
Can you get lucky and get the right distance?
He hits it to, 12 feet. We're like, he's 100% making this.
It's amazing to look back and see how many spectators are out there. It was totally jammed with people. Because when Tiger is walking up to the green, you can hear the crowd is already kind of going a little bit crazy.
And now it was about one putt to have Tiger Woods stay alive in a championship.
It was Tiger Woods. So, How do you think he's not going to make the putt?
It's incredible to see, and people are like 20 people thick, and there's people all the way on the other side of the green who are straining to see where it is and all around. And it got just super, super quiet.
He's gonna make this. Everybody in the gallery watching thinks the same thing I'm thinking. We expect it to happen, but let's just see if it happens.
It's kind of a crazy feel. Every time I look at this video, it kind of gives me goosebumps and chills because you see everybody kind of hopping up in the crowd and they're jumping up and down to try to see the putt. It's really, really cool. And everybody goes absolutely crazy. Stevie came down and gave Tiger a big high five.
The putt on the last that had no reason to go in the hole.
On Poana greens, when the ball's running at any pace and it catches the edge, that ball could easily spin out.
It looks like it's gonna miss to the right. I mean, it just does. It's like somehow the ball got up to the hole, almost got past the hole and decided to come back in.
Expect anything different?
He just knew it was gonna happen. He knew it was gonna happen.
The roar from the crowd when it went in shook my tower 500, almost 600 yards away. I mean, that's how loud it was, as you know, we've come to expect from Tiger accomplishments through the years.
I just remember him kind of taking a long way off the green, and I'm kind of panning around to see the crowd. I knew right away that I had captured something special. I mean, really nobody else in the world has a view of this putt that I have. The whole week, Tiger was an incredible story. He could barely walk around. And so for it to build to that crescendo on Sunday, it was an incredible moment.